How's it? Today's Saturday, August 12th. Woo! That camera is crispy. Still rebuilding, still rehabbing, still doing everything that I can to make sure that my lower back is okay in a couple weeks. I got asked this a couple times recently. Am I competing in September at the American Open in Pleasanton? And the answer is I have no idea. My back, 2 weeks ago was just didn't allow me to bend over. So I'm just trying to get back to normal for the time being. I would love to compete at the American Open. That would be an awesome experience. But yeah, going back to today. Today was Saturday, so usually on Saturdays I do like a pull and push day, so deadlifts and bench press. Sometimes I would squat on these days, but not recently. So last week I tried RDLs for the first like real like quote unquote deadlift pull type of movement thing, and it went really well. I did 100 for 5.5s last week, and today I figured I should just go up in weight. I was debating on whether or not I would do 105 or 110 for today, and I figured will just take it slow until I get back to where I want to be. I'm not trying to push too quickly to the point where I hurt myself and step backwards or regress. But RDLs today, what things I'm focusing on are keeping my hips high, and I'm letting my knees bend when they need to bend. I don't think that keeping them super straight is absolutely necessary. My thing is that if my knee is straight, then it's like terminally extended, and I don't think that that is necessarily going to be the most functional range of motion to train, because I'm never going to be in that position, right? Like if my knees get straight after as I'm pulling off of the ground, something else is completely wrong, right? So for me, it's like more functionally applicable, but it's also easier on my knees, and it's easier to execute in the actual lift. So that's something I'm thinking about. And as far as like Romanian deadlifts goes, I remember when I first started doing these, I had a question. I was like, what's the difference between a straight leg deadlift, or the SLDL, and the Romanian deadlift? And I don't remember who it was. It's probably my brother. My brother has influenced me a lot, but he's taught me a lot, showed me a lot of things about different movements and things like that. But from my understanding, straight-legged deadlift is a straight-legged deadlift from the ground. The Romanian deadlift starts at the top. So this first deadlift is not considered a portion of the set. So that's one, this is two, and then I'll do up to five, right? So technically it's like 5.5 deadlifts. I guess it's technically 6 deadlifts, right? Because that first one is not considered one of the Romanian deadlifts. I don't know. This is like getting into the nitty gritty, kind of falling down a hole in the weeds, as one of my favorite phrases. That's my last set of the 5. This is really easy. I am happy that I didn't go to 110 because, I don't know if 110 would have been bad for me. And then I moved on to trying this little sumo deadlift. I did the same thing last week at 100, and I was extremely extended in my lower back at 100 last week. I think today's was a lot better. And then I ended up doing 3. I think last week I only did 2. I think next week, if I'm gonna continue doing this deadlift thingy on the Saturday, I will probably look to lower the weight a little bit more controlled, so that I'm still under tension as I move, which is the hardest part for my lower back, right? Is squatting down and ending up letting my lower back kind of curl under me. After my deadlifts, I moved into my bench press. I didn't know what I was going to do, very similar to last week. So I did what I did last week, but just a little bit harder. Last week I did 185 for 3 10s, and then today I did 190 for 2 10s and then 1 5, because that last set was like really hard. I was getting really like bad muscle fatigue in my chest, which normally doesn't happen. It's usually my triceps that happen first. But 190's not nothing. It's not amazing, but it's it is what it is. And then after that, I plan to do some rows and then some suitcase deadlifts, but I ran out of time, so I ended up just doing my back extensions, just because I think the back extension is something that I can't do anywhere else. I can do rows in my apartment. I can do these suitcase deadlifts in my apartment, but I can't do back extensions really. Because I do have some dumbbells here, but like if I was supposed to set up a back extension, I would have to tether my legs somewhere, and then also keep it so that I can hinge off of something else that is also very, very sturdy. So yeah, basically just finished off here with some back extensions. I think like today was just one of those days that's just like another day of training. I'm super happy that I went through it because I didn't feel too bad about anything, and I actually had a chance to go watch Becca lift today for her meet. She did very, very awesome. I'm very proud of you if you're watching this. But yeah, it's been a fun day. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.